Well, hello there. I'm the old Growler. Welcome to Meeting Expectations. What we do here is we take a look at a can of beer, a bottle of beer, sometimes a wine or a spirit might drop by. We're all friends in fermentation. We take a look at the label, we read everything on the label, we check out the artwork, we see what they're trying to sell us, we crack it open and see if it meets expectations. A couple of things first though. We always serve beers at the correct temperature. The correct temperature for lagers is 37 to 47 degrees Fahrenheit and ales 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit. If you want to know which temperature your beer should be served at, just click on the banner above and I'll let you know. Okay, the good folks at ThermoWorks sent me a lollipop thermometer to test the temperatures of all of our beers. There is a link in the description box below. All right. Oh yeah. All of our tastings are done with the same glassware. That way nobody has a leg up when it comes to clarity or aromatics. And finally, we do it a little differently here. Most people will do a tasting. They will take a look. They will sniff. They will sip. And they will tell you what they think. Well, I take a sip first. Why? Wine expert Fred Dax will explain it all to you, and he does a lot better than I do. All right. What do we have today? Okay, this is a tough one to read. In fact, I was just attracted by the can, so I wasn't paying any attention to it. You got to get over here, and it says, "Stand clear of the closing doors." For those of you who live in New York, you know exactly what that is. Okay, it is an ale, 16 fluid ounces, 6.7% alcohol by volume. It's a hazy IPA with Riwaka and Nelson Sauvin hops. Okay, so we've got two hops on here. This is kind of nice. I like that, where you get to try some different hops. And it says from 5 Boroughs Brewing Company, $6.99 at our local beer barn. And what else do we have here? Okay, here we go. Brewed for rooftops, brewed for backyards, brewed for cutting out early, brewed for staying out late, brewed for the avenues, brewed for the trails, brewed for today, brewed for tomorrow, brewed for New York City. Brewed and canned by 5 Borough Brewing Company, 215 47th Street, Brooklyn, New York, 11220. Stop by and say hello. They've got a nice map there. Hey, keep me cold and check my bottom for freshness. Often I don't check bottoms for freshness, but every once in a while I'll check it for a date. 5 Boroughs, oneword.com, quality. Please recycle 1 pint. The U.S., the federal government warns me not to operate heavy machinery or be a pregnant woman. And there's a barcode there. And let's check its bottom. See, these guys, boy, if that's the bottom, this is the bottom. This is the side, please. Thank you very much. And what does it say? Packaged 10/20/23. Okay, so that's October 20th of this year at 11:13 in the morning, and this is the 19th of November, so it's 1 month old, just about. So, hey, right on time. All right, well, we're looking. What are we looking for? We're looking for a hazy IPA with some particular flavor profiles that we might not be familiar with, but that we are going to discover. So let's crack this open and see if it meets those expectations. An exploratory beer, I like that. All right, here we go. Yes, of course, it is a hazy beer. New England or Northeast. Well, I can smell. There's an aroma. I tell you what. Most of the time I take it. Well, no, we're going to do the temperature first. Let's keep things in order. What do we got? 47 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's just a smidge cool. That's not enough to make any difference. That's for sure. Now let's get to most of the time I'll take a sip first. But this time I'm just going to check the aroma out because, boy, as soon as I opened that can and poured it, it's a very floral. It's like a florist shop when you go into it. That's the impression I'm getting right away. And I cheated a little bit. The wine expert Fred Dax will never forgive me for that. I'm supposed to taste it first. But, well, anyways, it looks like an India Pale Ale, hazy India Pale Ale. Let's see if it tastes like a hazy India Pale Ale. Cheers. Yeah, I took 2 sips. I know. It's early, relatively early in the day, and my taste buds are sleeping, and they had to be woke. So I just woke them. Let's see what their olfactory friends have to say. There is almost a bakery type of, when you walk past a bakery, that type of aroma. And yet there's a little funeral parlor tossed in there too. It's kind of a lily type of it's pretty unusual. Let's see what the taste buds have to make out of that. That's an interesting hop. First of all, it's a nice full-bodied beer, so it can stand up to any kind of flavoring that might have been put in there, which is put in there. It's a rich body. It's not buxom, but it's not flabby either. It feels good. That's a nice bodied beer. When I say malty, the malt is in the grainy type of a thing. It's not as sweet, but it's kind of a grainy, great flavor on that. And the hops they're interesting. They're fun. I tell you that's what I'm going to say. This is a fun beer because discovering this new hop flavors. Wow, that's exciting. Okay, well, does stand clear the closing doors. Hazy IPA meet expectations? It certainly does. That's for sure. If you enjoyed this presentation, please click on the subscribe and the bell. That way you won't miss any of our presentations. Share us with your friends. A thumbs up would be great. And don't forget to comment. I'm Pete LaFrance, the Old Growler, hoping all of your beers meet expectations.